or God or your grace. I don't even know how to call you. This is all a big misunderstanding. I swear to you, this is just a bit of miscommunication which led to this unfair trial. Well, hear me out, hear me out. Exhibit A, banana. Well, my favorite fruit is the banana, not the what do you call it? The forbidden one. What's yes, the apple, right? The apple. Exhibit B. Hello, Adam. Have you Exhibit B? Adam, my designated boyfriend that I did not ask for. Well, yeah, have you even tried to ask him anything? Oh, he's the one who denounced me. He's the one who betrayed me. Alright. Okay, that's not gonna work well. For your information, Your Honor, Adam said that he really wanted to have apple pie for dinner. And guess what? You put us in this magical garden with literally nothing to do. We can't even cook. We have to eat things raw, like raw vegetables, raw fruit, and we can't even kill animals because they're our only friends. And we talk to them, so like we're forced to be vegetarian, and it's just so boring. There's just nothing to do. And I thought, you know what? The flame between Adam and I has been a little bit, I simply don't like him very much. So I thought we could have a date night, spice things up a little bit. And he told me he really wanted to have an apple pie. And then, well, you need to pay attention because there are many characters involved in this case. And who comes to talk to me? The one that has no legs, that goes like snake, right? Snake comes to me. Snake comes to me, and he comes to me, and he goes right here, right near my ear, right here, real close to me. I've never met him. Pretty cute, he's kind of a bad boy. And all the other animals had told me, be careful, Eve. Don't talk to the snake because he's gonna get you to do bad things. And you know what? Everything was permitted. We could have done anything. We chose not to kill the animals because they're our friends. You never said that we were not allowed to kill them. You just said one thing. You said the apple, no. The apple, no. And the snake comes to me and he goes in my ear and he goes, Eve, eat the apple. I'm not doing it well. Have you even tried to contact him? Like, he'll tell you the truth. He probably won't. But he's like, he goes in my ear and goes, eat the apple. And he has these, kind of like really nice sounds. I don't even know how to call them, but it was really soothing, and I felt like, heck, I kind of want to eat the apple now, and it would be good for Adam, who really wanted an apple pie. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna take a tiny bite. But like I said, this one is my favorite. This one is my favorite. Bananas are my favorite. You need to believe me, I love eating bananas. I love them. I love the bananas. But anyway, I thought I'm gonna just like take a tiny bite. You know what? I thought you wouldn't notice. It's just such a tiny bite. And the tree is so big. Also, you did say something that, I was kind of intrigued. You said that this tree was the tree of knowledge, and that we couldn't touch it. I know it's like when you go to a museum and it's like you're not allowed to touch anything, but you kind of want to touch everything just because you were told not to touch anything. So that's what was kind of like going through my head. And then the other thing was that you did say that it was the tree of knowledge, and I just want to know things. I want to know. Adam, he doesn't care. He's an idiot. He's just happy living naked, talking to trees and sheep. He's not very bright. I mean, you know that. You know he's not very bright. I mean, that's the reason why you created me, because you had no one to talk to before. You were bored to death with Adam. So you created me so you could have a bit of conversation, and then you refused to give me knowledge. How am I supposed to be fulfilled? How am I supposed to become the person that I aspire to be if I'm denied knowledge? Yes, you gave me everything. You gave me wealth, you gave me beauty, you gave me intelligence. I just want to know. I want to know things. So I just thought, just a tiny bite, just to see what the fuss was all about. And right when I bit into that what's it called? Yeah, apple. Right when I bit in that apple, boom, 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 the sky became dark, and there was a big storm and lightning, and all the animals were yelling and running away. Wildfires started everywhere, earthquakes, typhoons. I mean, you kind of overdid it. I mean, I knew I did something wrong, but you didn't need to literally destroy paradise. Like, maybe you need to work on your anger issues, your honor, your God, your grace. Maybe you should think about your reaction and why you did what you did when I did the one thing that you did not want me to do. Maybe you're a bit controlling. Maybe you have anger issues. I don't know. Like, also, how stupid is it to deny us from the one thing we could possibly want? Like, you just wanted us to be dumb, stupid idiots, and be done with it. Like, you created us. Don't you want to be proud of us? Don't you want us to know things? Like, you just want us to eat and shit and sleep and fuck and that's it? I'm sure, yeah, maybe that's a pretty good life, but I just wouldn't know because I've never known anything else, and all I wanted was to know. So now you're gonna punish me and all of Adam's and I, future children, and all of humanity because of my mistake, because I'm a woman who wanted to have access to knowledge. I'm sorry, but that sounds pretty sexist to me. That sounds like an issue that should be brought up to whatever hierarchy there is above you. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're not the grand chief of everything. Maybe there is someone above. How would I know? Because I don't have knowledge. I just had a tiny bite of knowledge. So I don't know. But it seems to me like this is sexist. You're denying a woman knowledge. You're forcing her to be naked at all times. Like when I bit into the what is it called? The apple, I realized that I had no clothes on. I didn't even know what clothes were before eating that. And then I it clicks. I'm naked, and Adam is naked. Oh, ew, ew, ew. And when I saw Adam, I was like, I don't really wanna look at that. I don't really wanna look at that. Suddenly, I realized I was not even given the choice of my mate. I was just like Adam, and that's it. I'm sorry, but Adam is an idiot, and he's also not really good looking. You, you could have made a few more for me to enjoy. but just Adam. That's such a plain name. So I didn't like that, and I realized that I was naked, and I was like, okay, I need to cover myself. And even now, I'm naked. I don't feel good. I don't feel good being naked in front of you. You said that you created us at your image, according to your image, but you don't even look like us. Like seriously, I just, I just don't get it. Also, that thing that you made for me only, the blood that comes out of me every month, you didn't do that for Adam. And I realized that when I took a bite of the what is it called? The apple. So let me ask you something. God, your honor, your grace, who is really in the wrong? Who really is in the wrong? Isn't it you? Because I find it quite odd that suddenly, after eating them, what is it called? The apple, I realized that there are all these things that are so unfair. And right at the moment I realized that, I'm being punished. And I know why, because you were quite happy playing dollhouse with us, with our empty head. You don't want us to reach consciousness. It's like, I don't know. It's very scary. It's like an episode of Black Mirror. I just don't like it. I feel like all this time I was deeply asleep and I had no idea of what was around me. You did that. Also, Exhibit A again. Bananas. You can ask any animal in the garden. They will tell you that I'm eating bananas all day, every day. I love them. So, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You're not gonna be happy, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. That forbidden fruit, I wished at least it would have been like really delicious or something, kind of spicy, surprising, but no, it was actually so, so, so bland. You could have chosen another fruit to have knowledge in, like a watermelon, lychee, dragon's fruit, something cool. Apple? Seriously? I don't know. I just don't understand you. And I know we've had our difficulties in the past, but this is just too much. And I'm here. I'm on trial for doing something that, yes, granted, I was not allowed to do, but I feel like this was rigged from the beginning. Of course, at some point, I was gonna have a bite with all the mystery that you created. You know what? You know what? Those what is it called? Apples. They look so basic and mid that had you not created this whole don't eat it, don't touch it, it's the tree of knowledge or whatever, I probably would have never eaten them because I'm sorry, but it's just a fucking apple tree. So I don't know, maybe you're in the wrong. And I don't know how this trial thing works, but I wonder if it is possible for me to have a lawyer. I have asked, the tiger hasn't come back to me yet, and because of you destroying the garden, pretty much all the animals are mad at me and don't want to talk to me. So thanks for that. I basically lost all of my friends, and I heard. Well, I know you want to keep things secret because you're so controlling, but I did hear that you were preparing a great punishment for Adam and I, and that you were gonna send us to this last planet that you created, the one that you did in like a day, Earth. I feel like you worked really quickly on that, on that one. I'm not sure it's actually viable for me and Adam, but yeah, you decided to send us there. I seem to remember you said that we would have to work, which I now know what it means because I had a bit of that apple, that I would have to have children and that they would be born in pain. Could you be more sadist? And then what? We're gonna go there, have children, work, start a religion, worship you for centuries? It's ridiculous. You have a god complex. You're completely narcissistic. Just because I took one bite, you're gonna make me suffer for the rest of my life, and our children, and the children of our children, and the children of the children of the children of our children. That's what's gonna happen. Wow. Wow. For one mistake, you're gonna make 6 billion people suffer. Wow. That's holding a grudge. Well, you know what? I think I'm done with this conversation, and you're not even responding. It's like talking to a wall, and I don't like this energy. So I'm just gonna go back to the garden or whatever is left of it, and you can let me know when you've made your decision. Goodbye.